Hello and welcome to ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Jill of Jill Cameron Creations, and today we're going to be using some new products by Honeybee Stamps. I'm going to be using Look for the Rainbow Sentiment and Coordinating Dies, as well as the Rainbow Builder A2 card base. There's several coordinating products that go with this card base that are absolutely adorable, but I wanted to show you how to make a simple card using just the card base. I'm starting with white glitter cardstock and alcohol inks. Alcohol inks evaporate very quickly. It's not like adding water to the paper where it would warp it. This adds color to the glittered cardstock without warping it. The technique is fun, easy, and you get a multitude of different looks. You can create that similar look as you would on Yupo paper with this. I am going to add blending solution and pull out my air blower and move the ink around on here a little bit and get different colors than what I'm putting down. You can do this in a rainbow, you can add it with sponges, you can do the same kinds of ways as you would on Yupo paper, except you cannot drag the sponge across, or the applicator for alcohol ink across this very easily. Just keep that in mind. Even though this is that smooth, beautiful glitter cardstock that doesn't flake off, it still doesn't have that really smooth surface, but you're still going to get these beautiful transitions between the colors. You can leave it like this, you can watch it bloom out a little bit more. I'm actually going to move the color around with my blower and let them blend together a little bit more so I get some different colors than what's in the bottle, so they mix a little bit more. Of course, the amazing part of this technique is the glitter still shines through. Because alcohol inks are transparent, you can see through them, the glitter is still there. The colors melt together and this dries super fast. It is so much fun to do. Now I'm going to go ahead and die cut this after it dries. The colors dry back a little bit. They're a little bit lighter. And I'm going to die cut the front part of the card base out of the glitter cardstock. I'm not using this as the base, I'm using this just as a front. So I've got to snip off the top part here, and I'm just going to round that out with some scissors. And the front part of this has score lines in it. It doesn't cut all the way through, it just creates some score lines. But I want individual rainbow lines in the front of my card. The coordinating set gives you some great options to put decorations in those grooves on this, but I'm going to use some black cardstock. I have gained some really good inspiration recently from Deepa because she uses black so beautifully on her cards, and it's always kind of scared me just a tad bit to use so much black on a card, but man, she does it so well. So I was inspired by her. So check out her videos because she does amazing card work too. And she's with the ScrapbookPal team as well. Now I am just following the embossed lines on the black cardstock. I just cut it again, and I was taking my scissors and I cut the very edge of it off, and then I cut out that middle skinny piece, and I'm going to do that on all of them all the way down. I really loved the look of this when I was done because it was slightly imperfect, and when I put these on here, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the early days of card making and scrapbooking, when you had a lot of doodles in the artwork of a lot of the stamps and a lot of the stickers and that kind of thing, and even in the card stocks that were used. So I'm taking that old school thought, and I'm going to finish our card off with some doodles at the end with a white gel pen. So stay tuned for that. Usually on something that's this small, I wouldn't put so much glue on it. However, we are gluing cardstock down to glitter paper. Glitter paper has an uneven texture, so you want to make sure that every inch of your cardstock does have some type of adhesive on it. Dry adhesives will not necessarily stick to glittered cardstock. I have never had good luck with dry adhesives unless it is something like score tape or the red clear tape, the red backed clear tape. That's super heavy duty stuff, but I also wanted to make sure that I had enough time to wiggle this around and get it in place, so a liquid adhesive, a glue, is a better option for doing this kind of work. Now I'm die cutting the card base out of just plain white cardstock. It's 80-pound cardstock, and I chose 80 pounds for this particular one because I'm already going to have enough weight on the front of this card that it's not going to bend. Little liquid adhesive to glue our glitter cardstock on the front here. And then we're going to go ahead and put some weight on it so it makes sure that it sticks down. And we're going to start working on our decorations for our card. I'm using 2 clouds and a sunshine. I cut 2 of the sunshines with the rays on it so that when I color this with a marker, I can cover up the back of it and with a white, plain white die cut for it. You can use any color oranges or yellows that you have in your stash. These are YR Copic markers. I think it's a YR07 and a YR16, I believe, are the colors that I used here. You don't have to color in the center completely. I did just so that any of the edge that poked out or stuck out from around the circle wouldn't show. And then I colored the arms of the sunshine, the rays of the sunshine, the arms of the sunshine. That's kind of funny. So I just colored those with my Copic markers, and then I'm going to glue the 2 sunshines together. They're not mirror images, so you can't like flip them over. They are a little bit off. So I just matched them up and made sure that I had a white piece on the back here so that the marker on the back wouldn't show up, because I'm going to stick this on the inside of the card so that it shows as coming out of the corner of the rainbow. Not the corner, but you know what I mean. Now we're going to go ahead and put everything together, and then we're going to do our sentiment. I left the top edge of the clouds loose because they kind of raised up a little bit because of the black cardstock, and I really liked that effect on the card. It looks really cute in person. Just glue those down on the bottom edge of the clouds. You could of course make more and put different clouds. You could do it all the way across. But I just wanted 2 little clouds there. So we're going to poke our sunshine behind here, and I'm going to put glue right there on that edge. I used the bottom edge of my thumb to determine where I was going to put that, and slide that in and press that down. For our sentiment, all of the sentiments in the Look for the Rainbow set have a coordinating die to go with them. And these are cute little sentiments. They can be combined and put together. They're absolutely adorable. And I am using white cardstock and black embossing powder to create our sentiment here. This part of the Honeybee Rainbow Dreams collection, it is a super stinking cute collection, and it's a whole coordinating thing, and I really want the rest of this set. It has not only this A2 card base, but there is a hot foil plate that goes with it. There's stencils. There is, I mentioned at the beginning that there's like an accessory die set and stamp set that goes along with this card base, and they are super stinking cute. It is absolutely adorable. So head over to the shop and check those out. There's tons of rainbow stuff that goes with this, including the gemstone stickers and that kind of thing. There's also the muted line colors that you could do with this. That's so cute. The white gel pen, like I said, I wanted to do those little doodles because when I cut this out, because they were imperfect, it just reminded me of those doodles that old school. I think it was me and my big ideas that this just really reminded me of from back in the day of the doodles when I cut that black line out. So I went ahead and added those gel pen details in here. They're not perfect. I didn't measure them. I'm just literally writing and dotting and dashing and not worrying about spacing or anything because this was so much fun. And I went ahead and did a couple of different kinds of doodles. I did the dots, and then I thought, you know what, the dashes needed a little something else, so I went back and put dots in between the dashes, and then I'm going to do some simple lines on the next one, and then a swirl on the inside one. And then I thought the clouds looked a little lonely, and I'm going to add a little black dashed line around the edge of all the clouds too. I did black on the sunshine and didn't like it, so I went back over it with a white gel pen. That was just so simple to fix. It was so easy to fix. I hope this gives you a great idea for creating a card, even if you don't have the entire collection, and create a shaped A2 base card out of the rainbows. Don't forget to head over to the shop. Check out the other videos as well on the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. There's some great inspiration there for all of your favorite stamp and die makers. And this is just a journaling pen real quick. It's not a special pen. It's not a gel pen. It's just a journaling pen that I've had for a while. That it's a great felt tip pen. I thank you so much for joining me today. This is a super quick, super fun card. Give it a try and drop a comment and let us know what you think. Thanks so much. There's pictures at the end of the video as well. And y'all have a great day.